Do you want early access? Do you want uncut reactions? If so, then check out our Patreon. Link in the description down below. And now, the end is here. Shut up, Nate. Play the damn episode. Okay, fine. I'm listening to the comment section for the first time in my life.
Last episode.
Yes.
This is just too perfect. Didn't you brainiacs know the Zodiac doesn't work if you don't all hold hands? And what's better, you've brought every threat to my power together in one easy-to-destroy... My hair!
My hair also!
You guys want to see what happens to your friends when you can't get along?
We're not scared of you.
Oh, but you should be. You know, this castle could really use some decoration.
Oh, shit.
Kids! But you can still save your family. Last chance. Tell me how to take Weirdmageddon global and I'll spare the kids.
No, don't do it!
Yeah, don't make bad deals.
Don't you toy with me, Shooting Star. I see everything. Ow!
Suck it, Bill.
Nice shot, okay.
There you go, Mabel.
Save yourselves! Run! We'll take care of Bill! What? That's a suicide mission! Trust us! We beat him before?
And we'll beat him again.
What? No! It's too dangerous!
Not so fast. You two wait here. I've got some children I need to make into corpses.
Oh, God.
Sounded like you right there, Nick.
See you real soon.
There you go.
When I get my hands on you kids, I'm gonna disassemble your molecules. You tricked me for the last time.
Star Fox. Cave right there.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't believe this. The kids are gonna die and it's all my fault. Because I couldn't shake your stupid hand. Dad was right about me.
Don't blame yourself. I'm the one who made a deal with Bill in the first place. I fell for all his easy flattery. You would have seen him for the scam artist he is. I'm gonna play the only card we have left. Let Bill into my mind. He'll be able to take over the galaxy, and maybe even worse. But at least he might let the kids free. What? If I didn't have this darn plate in my head, we could just erase him with the memory gun when he steps inside my mind.
What if he goes into my mind? My brain isn't good for anything.
There's nothing in your mind he wants. It has to be me. Anyway, he'll agree to save you.
Nope,
and the kids.
change clothes.
Really
Trick
think
him.
he's gonna make good on that deal?
What other choice do we have?
Starting to think there's no way out of here.
Like Uncle Stan always says, when one door closes, choose a nearby wall and bash it in with brute force.
Now let's round up the townsfolk and together we can defeat... Oh no!
You'll never take us alive, monsters!
That's fine with us. No?
Oh, God, that was
Oh,
Tribulon.
Snapperlock.
I've got the kids. I think I'm gonna kill one of them now, just for the heck of it. Eeny, meeny, miny.
You wait! I surrender!
It'll destroy the universe.
They've already switched places.
Oh, even when you're about to die, you Pine twins just can't get along.
My only condition is that you let my brother and the kids go.
No, Uncle Ford, don't trust him!
It's a deal. Oh, I'm here. I'm finally here. Gotta hand it to you, Ford. You really know how to clear your... What?
Welcome to my mind. Surprised you didn't recognize me.
You could actually see it whenever, like, you saw his hands gripping the cage that they were in.
Yeah.
That Stanford dressed as Stanley
The
had 6 fingers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're going down, Bill. You're getting erased. Memory gun. Pretty clever, huh?
You idiot! Don't you realize you're destroying your own mind, too?
It's not like I was using this space for much anyway.
Let me out of here! Let me...
one fatal mistake. You messed with my family.
Get decked.
Awesome.
Guess I was good for something after all.
Hey, Schnubula!
Hey.
Everything returns from whence it came. Back to the dimension of weirdness. Not just them. Everything.
Oh.
Oh my gosh! Uncle Stan, you did it!
Oh, hey there, kiddo. What's your name?
Come on, it's me. It's me, Uncle Stan! Uncle Stan, it's me!
We had to erase his mind to defeat Bill. It's all gone. Stan has no idea, but he did it. He saved the world. You're our hero, Stanley.
Damn.
Hey, this is a real nice place you got here.
It's your place, Uncle Stan.
Don't you remember? Even a little?
Nope, but this chair hugs my butt like it remembers. Ah, who's that big guy crying in the corner?
Oh.
The world, but what's the point? Uncle Stan's not himself anymore.
I know my uncle is in there somewhere. There's gotta be something around here that can help bring him back. This'll work. This has to work. Here's the first day that came to Gravity Falls, Uncle Stan. And here's a macaroni interpretation of my emotions.
I'm sorry. I don't know what this is or who you are. Quit it, Waddles. I'm trying to remember my life story.
Hey, you remembered Waddle's name.
I said get Waddles off of me.
Get to my page. He needs to remember our boss-employee relationship.
Hey, just because I have amnesia, don't go trying to give yourself a raise, Seuss.
Hey!
Nothing to see your face. Wow.
Good morning, Gravity Falls. It's another beautiful day, but every day is beautiful now that the unpleasantness is over.
Guess not everything went back to normal.
Good as new. Oh, looks like you've got a friend.
Robbie, would you be a dear and get us the sawed-off shotgun?
None of us really understand what just happened, and none of us want to. That's why I'm passing the...
Never mind all that.
Enough to break the rules, we're gonna zap you.
Zap, zap! We're mad with power!
Zap, zap, double D.
Fortunes have also turned for local maniac Fiddleford McGucket, who, after regaining his sanity, has made millions overnight submitting his patents to the U.S. government.
I'm gonna buy me a bigger shed! Hey, that one's for sale!
Stanley hero Stanley
Hell
Pines
yeah.
has fully recovered his memory and will be throwing a party to celebrate his niece and nephew's 13th birthday and final day in town.
Can't believe you all got together just to throw a party for us.
After all the Pines family has done for the town, it's the least we can do. You've helped everyone here.
Thanks to y'all saving us, I'm learning to open my heart to kindness. No more evil doing. I'm gonna try to be a little Gideon, regular old kid. Busting a move on this skating board.
More like busting your pants, loser.
You know, on my first day here, if you had asked me what I wanted, I would have said adventure, mystery, true friends. But looking here at all of you, I realized that every wish came true.
If I had only one wish, it would be to shrink all of you with the shrink ray and bring you home with us in my pocket. But since that's impossible, is that impossible? My only wish is for everyone to sign my scrapbook. I'll never forget you guys. Wait. Now I'll never forget you guys.
I now officially declare you technically teenagers. Welcome to Angst and Action.
Who will gobble one of us?
I didn't want to say anything with everyone listening, but we've got a problem. Weird Mageddon has been contained, but I'm detecting some strange new anomalies near the Arctic Ocean. I might be too old to go it alone.
Are you saying you need someone to help you sail around the world in the adventure of a lifetime?
I don't just want someone to come with me, Stanley. I want it to be you. Will you give me a second chance?
You think we'll find treasure and babes?
But what should we do with the Mystery Shack?
I think the town's had enough mystery for one lifetime. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Okay. I have an announcement to make. Me and my nerdy bro over here have some catching up to do. We're gonna be away for a while. That's why I'm shutting down the Mystery Shack for good.
You shut down your mouth for good! I'm sorry, Mr. Plines. It's just that this shack is the most magical place on Earth. Like this mermaid. It's not just a dead fish butt sewn to a monkey carcass. It's a marvelous creature that makes us believe that anything is possible. You shut down this shack, and you shut down our dreams! At least, my dreams.
Aww.
Sorry, Soups. It's just there's no one around to run it. At least there wouldn't be if I hadn't just found the perfect replacement. Ladies and gentlemen, the Mystery Shack is under new management.
Hey!
You mean it, Mr. Mystery?
You're Mr. Mystery now.
I'm moving immediately.
Aw. Hey, at least the shack will be well maintained.
Yeah.
And she's good. Oh, she's good at upkeep.
It's actually gonna say Mystery Shack now instead of Mystery Hack.
Oh, I hate my dumb heart for making me feel things. Cut it out hard. Hey, can you punch my heart too?
No, mine. Punch my feelings away.
Aw. Yeah, give him a hug.
Andy and Brenda, thank you for being my people. Uncle Stan, thanks for wearing my goodbye sweater.
It's cold out. I had to.
What? But it's like 80-something degrees out there.
Can it, Zeus?
Hey, you mean a lot to me, man.
You too.
Yep.
Something to remember me by.
Aw.
Oh, and this. Read it the next time you miss Gravity Falls.
I don't know how to explain this, but Mom and Dad won't let me bring a pig home to California, so you have to stay here. Come on. I have to go. I'm sorry, Waddles.
You know what? Forget it. I lived with this pig all summer. Now your parents are gonna have to. Oh, God. This pig is coming with the kids.
Welcome aboard. You can sit in the front row, pig.
No way you're going about it.
But a nuisance, and I'm glad to be rid of you.
Aw.
We'll miss you too, Uncle Stan.
Ready to head into the unknown?
Nope. Let's do it.
Whatever lies ahead.
If you've ever taken a road trip through the Pacific Northwest, you've probably seen a bumper sticker for a place called Gravity Falls. It's not on any maps, and most people have never heard of it. Some people think it's a myth. But if you're curious, don't wait.
Hey.
Take a trip.
Oh crap.
Find it. It's out there somewhere in the woods, waiting.
So yeah,
Hell yeah. That was a killer ending.
like I said, it's one of the best finales I've ever seen.
Yeah, that was strong.
Some of these right here are actually like extra things that they wanted to include, but they couldn't because of you know.
That's how a lot of stuff is.
Yeah. Well. Get a grin.
Oh.
Yeah, that little thing there at the end.
Always was up with that statue.
That's Bill Cipher. That's what's left of him. And
I think I thought it was a sledgehammer. No one shall ever find this piece of shit.
Oh yeah, I was like, all right, time to bury you in pieces. Just smash it with a hammer. So
I definitely see why people say that was like completely unexpected quality for like a kid show on Disney XD.
Well, yeah, I mean it's.
I didn't imagine if all shows were that well thought out.
If only
much effort put into them.
But again, it's the exceptions to prove the rule, I guess, because not everything can be Gravity Falls. Not everything can be Batman the Animated Series. Not everything can be great. Yeah. Not everything can be like. There's things that I do a grading system with shows. Yeah, I usually do like either numerical or sometimes alphabetical. So, in my regards, this is a solid A, if not an A+, in terms of the quality of this show. There's very few things I can say that are negative about it. I love this show. It's one of my favorites. It's come out in the last 5 to 10 years.
I think I'd give it a 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10?
Yeah, there wasn't really...
Yeah, I was entertained every episode. I wasn't
even
really...
the episode people said they disliked, I liked. So, I mean, there weren't any episodes that I disliked or thought were, weak compared to the rest of it. It's I can see where people were getting at, that episode was maybe, slightly misplaced within the series order or something, but I still liked it. I enjoyed it.
I really like the depth that it goes to with its storytelling because it's multi-layered. Things come back in later episodes, and everything ties together. And even the episodes that are one-offs or offshoots, and, the shortcomings of the overall story, Mabel being the central reason why a lot of things, fall apart. Because that's the thing. Mabel gets her way a lot of the times. But I believe here at the end, Mabel kind of grew up and she realized, I can't just keep getting what I want all the time. That's what happened in Escape from Reality.
Well, they had an ultimate build up to her basically getting her dreamland and stuff. And so I think that was the ultimate moment where she overcame hey, everything can't be fantasy and sunshine, but we can actually fight to make things better and at least make things decent for everybody.
Yeah, and there's always there's been a tease here over the last year or two of the return of Gravity Falls, and I know that they released a comic. I haven't really looked into it that much, but there's talk of a potential return of it on Disney Plus.
I'm partly fuck yeah, and partly
yeah, exactly.
I kind of want to just leave towards that.
Don't fuck it up if you're gonna do that.
Well, and that's the thing. I would
put all of the original people back on.
The only person who's really interested
and
in writing
don't fucking
the show is
try
Alex
to
Hirsch.
tell them how to do it.
No, Alex Hirsch is the one who wants to be in control of it.
Yeah, I mean, get Alex Hirsch and get
Rob Renzetti was the main producer on this.
And stupid brain.
Who?
Rick and Morty.
Oh, Justin Roiland?
Yeah, get Justin Roiland in on it too, obviously.
Him working on a Disney show, that's fucking hilarious.
It's see if you can get the original voice actors back.
Dude, obviously. I have no doubt of Linda Cardellini and Jason Ritter will be down for that.
I mean, and obviously
and Kristen Shaw.
Crap, I forgot his name too. But
who?
Omni-Man.
J.K. Simmons.
Ford. Yeah, J.K. Simmons would probably be down to
come
back if I had to guess.
If
He's
anything,
still doing voice work for cartoons, obviously. So.
Well, I mean, his schedule has opened up a lot for doing animated stuff because he's in Invincible and he's a main character in that. I think him coming back as a main character in the next part of Gravity Falls, where Stan is, I would say. They have to go on a globe-trotting thing and...
See, I would be so fucking stoked if, they opened a new series with the first episode just being Stan and Ford finding out what was happening with their readings in the Arctic Circle,
Yeah.
And then from there, you go back into, next summer, basically. and it's like Gravity Falls next summer. Like,
and maybe a little older too.
And then also,
you're older, but still.
One thing that they need to touch on again, because there's several things left unanswered. For instance, Time Baby. What happened with Time Baby, and with what happened to the Time Force guys?
Well, I was thinking Time Baby was destroyed or whatever.
Well, you actually see later, Time Baby actually restores himself. That's actually in one of like the Flash, or like one of the Flash forward things that Dipper sees. Like in the background, Time Baby's like gone crazy and is like on a rampage.
I didn't see that.
It is very quick, and it also feeds into that Dipper's Guide to the Unexplained, where the mailbox is like, when will the world end? Oh, 3012. We got time. That's what they're saying. Like, that's when Time Baby loses his mind and takes out the Earth.
I want like a good studio to pick up and make like a really good video game of this eventually with like the original people on board with it.
I think that would be awesome.
It's like there's so much like potential to do more stuff, and it's like they obviously stopped because they told the story they wanted to tell, but they definitely built a world that it would be incredibly interesting to see more stuff go down in, for sure.
And in all honesty, I think that's what Alex Hirsch wants. I think Alex Hirsch finished the main plot line that he wanted, and there's other stuff that he had, like brining in the, like hot iron in the furnace, but he's saving it for something else. And in all honesty, that's good. It's good that you don't try and do too much. It's good whenever you know when you've told the story you need to tell and move on. And honestly, that's to me, that to me is what separates this show from so many others, because so many go on for so long. That's like the friggin' Walking Dead. I know you're not a fan of it, Nick, but me, I will say this: I was spellbound by like the first few seasons of The Walking Dead, and now they're in like season 10, and I literally could not care because they have ran that show into the fucking ground.
Yeah, even people that I saw, like I think I said this in another video, but even people that I saw talking about it on Facebook, like they were excited for new seasons like a couple of years ago, or even saying now on Facebook is like, I just don't care about The Walking Dead anymore.
You want it to die.
Yeah.
It's like Supernatural. Same thing with Supernatural. I know there's people who are still fans of it after 15 years, but after 5 seasons, they had already told the story they needed to tell. But yet
it was a meme like 3 or 4 years ago that it's like, if Supernatural doesn't end soon, I'm going to kill Sam and Dean myself, or something like that.
I wonder if Jensen Ackles and Jared Padalecki were just like, oh shit. Hey guys, can we end the show here soon? Why, guys? Like,
I've been trying to go on vacation the past 12 years.
Yeah, exactly. Jesus Christ.
Days of Our Lives. I bet you whoever fucking.
Oh my gosh! Well, they recycle the same plot lines over and over again. It's always like surprise reveal at the wedding. It's a long lost brother, or it's like, who is that? It's my twin. It's my evil twin. And then the dude with an eye patch shows up. He's just like,
I don't think the lighting has ever changed on that show.
It hasn't.
Sure, it just stays. It just stays where it's at. It's been used
soap operas, dude. General Hospital. All My Children, Days of Our Lives, like holy shit.
Don't worry, operator, you don't have to do any pushes and pulls. It's all automated and programmed.
Yeah.
Just gonna hit start and the camera will move itself. Start recording. Just let the actors do their thing a few times.
Yeah.
And let's go.
Just make sure the focus is right, because the focus
I will also
is right,
say,
fuck you.
Until recently, it has been a big trend that all of my favorite things are short and sweet. Like, not stupidly short, like, not just a few episodes. Like, I still like some things like that, but like 1 to 2 seasons usually hits the sweet spot of things that fall into like my favorite things category. And I don't think that's a coincidence. I think it's just because you can tell some amazing stories that are like people actually have the time to be invested in and watch through without having to make a major fucking commitment of their time.
Yeah.
My only exception is Dragon Ball Z, but I've been watching it since it came out. So.
Yeah, like it's still not one of my favorite things anymore.
If I never saw
either.
Dragon Ball Z and I just now was going to go get into it, I probably couldn't do it.
Dragon Ball Z is one of those things that's like, I appreciate it for getting me into anime since it was the first anime that I ever got into.
Same.
And I still like appreciate some of the stuff in it, but like as I've watched more and more stuff throughout the years, like I can't really go back and enjoy it quite the same way as I used to.
No.
It's definitely a nostalgia trip.
It is.
Yeah, it's better looking back on it than it actually was. But
Cowboy Bebop still holds the trophy as like the first anime that I'm like, this is like one of my favorite things ever, and it has always stayed that way.
I just know like the 6-year-old me was just like,
yeah. Well, of course, it's like strongest warriors battle for the fate of the world, shit like
Dragon
that.
Ball Z.
I give this pathetic planet 5 more minutes at best. 12 episodes later. I give this pathetic planet 2 minutes at best.
Yeah.
13 episodes later. I give it another 5 minutes.
And then all of a sudden you just hear Goku just like, I'm sorry, Frieza, do you know what a minute actually is? No.
I guess Frieza comes from a planet where it rotates like, around the sun very, very slowly.
All I can say is, you know how they stand on the sidelines, they spectate, they're watching, like, what is he doing? What's happening? The moment I fucking hear one of them scream, I would be running the other way as I could. You just, 'cause one of those blasts is gonna fucking... You're gonna have to duck and cover.
Like that news crew during the Cell games, like that. I can imagine like the news anchor
hanging on.
Like like for me, like one of the heat blasts from one of those like key blasts.
Yeah.
Like I guarantee the reporter would just be like, and I'm seeing it, like comes down, the top of his head's missing.
It's vaporized.
Holy shit! And then the camera guy's just like, oh my god, oh my god, oh god.
He's just like, what? And like, he's like, what's wrong? And it's like, he's just staring at him, and then it shows his face, and he looks like one of the people from They Live. Just like, all his fucking skin's just missing off his face. Like, what? What's wrong? My face doesn't feel right. It hurts.
It's like, I was going to say, does it get, all of a sudden it got a lot more windy here. Wait a second. Oh, God. And then the pain sets in, and all of a sudden he's just like, ah! Ah! And then all of a sudden you see Hercule in the background. He's like, that was a good trick. Rub some dirt on it. It'll be fine. Holy crap.
Yeah, I kind of hope they don't make any more and they leave it.
If that's the case, I'll be happy. But if Alex Hirsch gets the bite to come back and do more of this in the future, I won't be mad. Because
I'm there for it if so. Like,
we'll see.
I just hope they do well if they do.
Same. Maybe that's what he's doing. Maybe he's biding his time and writing like the best stories that he can, and like, aha, I have a master plan. He comes into it prepared.
That would be nice.
Yeah. Well, anyway, that's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. This is the end of the road on Gravity Falls. Hopefully you all have enjoyed, and hopefully we will see you all in the next one. So until then, I'm Nate.
I'm Jacob.
I'm Bill Cipher!
Okay. Bill.